Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. It's another Target Tuesday. Are you ready? Let's shop. This time around we have Threshold and the Studio Mcgee Spring Collection. And by the way, let me straight away clarify, I will not be doing Target Tuesdays every single week. It just happens to be that this is what we've been dealt, okay? New collections are coming out and I'm trying to get them to you as quickly as I can, and it happens to fall on a Tuesday. We may still have a Target Thursday this week. We shall see. It all depends on if there's enough new items at my local Target to bring to you. So starting off with these baskets, $45 for this one. I love that they're black. They're very sturdy, and this is Threshold. Okay, so they have the large one and the smaller one. Look at this nice little display over here. We have some blue glass vases, $20 for that round one, $30 for this one with all the little curves, if you will. Lots of items that are very sculptural, I must say. Now here's another, I was gonna say set. It kind of is a set because they do have several sizes, but another type of baskets. And you guys know I love to show you the baskets. Now these felt baskets are just randomly over here, but I noticed that they're just basically a larger size than the ones that we saw in the dollar spot a couple of weeks ago. Remember that? So this one is the large one and it's $45. Here's the smaller one and this one is $30. I also really like these. If you're not looking for black, like these are nice. I'm loving baskets that are like tight woven, not necessarily the ones that have like a lot of space in between the weaving. You know, does that make sense? You know what I mean? You know? So here are these candle holders. $25 for this one. Lots of gold items. They usually have like this gold, I believe this tray right here for $20 is part of like that gold collection that Target usually has, but they're bringing in even more. Speaking of which, look at this one. So we've seen this version of like a little like grassy arrangement. I love this one. I usually don't like these. I feel like they look very fake and just very like, not interesting, if you will, but that one is actually really cute. This candle set for $15 is so nice. I wish they had it in black because it has all the pieces that you need, you know, for your candle needs. Here we are still with the gold, $25 for this planter. It can kind of be used for like a waste basket if you really wanted to. $25 for this piece right here. Do you see what I mean? You see like all the scalloped vibes and just like sculptural look, and it keeps going and going. Here's another one. This one did not have the price, or at least I couldn't see it. I'm pretty sure it didn't. I believe, yep, I look at both and did not see it. Again, this is still Threshold. It is $20. The sticker on the shelf there was actually correct. A lot of the stickers on the shelves were right this time around, because the items are just freshly being put out. $25 for that wire basket. That basket is gigantic. That is not brand new. That's just like a restock situation, but it is very nice and big. This piece right here, $35. It's new. I've never seen it here before. And as I just said, I am liking like a tighter weave on the baskets, but that one happens to be cute, even though it has a little bit more spacing, just because of like the shape of it. I thought the shape of it was really nice. $25 for this piece right here. This one is really pretty. And like the amberish kind of color is nice. It's not like a super deep amber. So if you're not usually like into that deep amber color, this might be good for you. Because it's, I don't know, it's like in between, you know? Speaking of sculptural pieces, look, this is what I meant. These are nice. These are really, really cool. I love it. That middle one, my favorite. Here's more of those gold pieces, like I mentioned. This collection has been here before. They just kind of added in a few additional items. Here's another planter, $30. As you guys know, this is like the time for planters. Spring, summer is when, mainly spring really, is when all the planters come out. The planters are coming out to play. $25 for this throw pillow. Look at this one. I love this one. This one is so good. $30. So good. Another planter that has a lot of character to it. Is that what we want to call it? But look at that. This one is $40. That's a little expensive though for this size. It's not a huge, as you can see, it's on a shelf. It's really not gigantic or anything. And then here's the black section. I love that they're doing this. I love a black accent moment. You guys know that I decorate with a lot of like little black pieces here and there. So I like that they're giving us all the vibes. You know, there's gold, there's the white, there's a few like beigey colors, and then there's the black. These bookends are $25. Speaking of variety, they right there, the bookends, they have the black, they have the white. The lanterns are here. These lanterns have been here before. This one is $35. And so again, it's kind of like a refresh, restock situation. Now here is the Studio Mcgee section. So I was looking at this one because I'm like, is it smaller than the other one? Is it different in any way? It's the same. It just happens to be over here as well as on that table that we were just looking at before. $60 for this artwork. You get 2 pieces. It's the smaller two. Kind of like medium. They're not even really small. They're kind of like a medium size. Here is this lamp. I'm sure it will sell out soon enough. So if you like it, get it while you can. What is that? Velvet. This is Studio Mcgee and it's $22. I always have to like look carefully to see whether it's just plain threshold or threshold in Studio Mcgee, because you know, everybody moves things around and sometimes the items are not where they're supposed to be. $40 for this one. It is Studio Mcgee. I love it. Love that shape. Love everything about it. Okay, so this one is here and I was looking at it. You get 2. It is the larger artwork. I don't believe it had a price, but I don't think it's new. Haven't we seen this here before? And I'm not even sure that it's Studio Mcgee either. It might be like regular Target artwork in the back and somebody just put it over here. Speaking of which, there you go. Perfect example. $23 for this piece right here. Another one that I don't think it's new. It just happens to maybe someone returned it, or maybe, you know, they just happen to have some in the back and they decided to put it out. This one though, this one is new. I love that nice green background on there. It is $60. You get 2 of them. It's framed really nicely too. Another new lamp alert. This one is a little bit bigger than the one that we just saw before. It is $60 and I love that base. Super cute. These are nice, I must say. $30. I do love the Studio Mcgee collection. I usually am a fan. Yes, it is heavy. Definitely heavy. This little piece right here is not new. I'm sure we've all seen it before. It is $20, but I guess that one is still keeping the party going and joining us for spring this year. $15, $20 for these boxes. They're calling them lidded boxes, or lidded box. They have like a faux leather vibe to them. These little pieces are nice and heavy, must say. We were going to take a look at that tray in a moment because it is in another section that I later on discover. How good are these? This one, $35. It's so good. I love it so. $25 for the smaller one. Okay, here's another sculpture. What did I tell you? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about all of these sculptural pieces. $25 for this one right here. And then you saw how I was going to move on, but then I noticed that they had these at the bottom. These are not new for spring. We've seen these before, like a few months ago. Look at this. I love this one. I kind of want to get it. It's $40. I love it. I love like the one handle, how big it is, all the things, all the things. $20 for this new floral arrangement right here. It comes ready to go. It's okay. I don't love it. As I told you guys the other day, I think Hearth and Hand does such great faux plants and florals, and I do believe, in my opinion, that it's better than the Studio Mcgee faux plants and such. But Studio Mcgee's not bad. I just like the Hearth and Hand ones a lot better, but they sometimes have a little something, you know? That's why we shop around and we got to look and see, and sometimes they might improve things. One never knows, you know? But I don't love these little plants over here. Now here are the throw pillows. Love this one. That's a good one. It's $25 for these smaller ones. The bigger ones are usually $30 or $35. But here are the vibes that we're going with for spring, summer. See, there's that one for $35. I love this little, almost a ruffle, but not, and how soft it is around that one. Here's this one with some texture, $25. And the throw blankets are coming. Look at all this. Yes, please. You know I love a tassel, and if it's oversized like this one, I want it. $35. Now, you know, I say I want it, and then the season passes and I'm coming on here talking about how I didn't get it and now I regret it and all the things. These blankets are nice. The green one has like a little, like little specks of yellow or like a burnt orange kind of thing going on. So you might not have been able to see that very well on the camera, but it is there. Here's that tray I was talking about. It's actually nice. I love the green. This one is $20. It is not Studio Mcgee. It's just like regular Threshold. Here's another really cute bowl. Lots of cute bowls, I feel. This one is Studio Mcgee. Wait, so is the tray Studio Mcgee? I didn't see it say that. Okay, don't quote me on that one. I could be wrong. Do not come for me if I said it wrong. I mean, if you're here on my channel, you know that you should not come for me on anything I say. This Studio Mcgee wreath is $40 because sometimes I'm shouting out the wrong price because I could barely see it while I'm editing, and it's a frenzy around here. $15 for this piece right here. I like it. It matches the tray. So maybe that tray is Studio Mcgee. Oh, I'm so professional. $45 for this plant. Now see? Oh, by the way, I was trying to show you that it matches my nail polish. Did you see that? The planter kind of matched my nail polish. Now, that plant, that was pretty decent. Like, that wasn't bad. See what I mean? That's exactly what I mean. Like, sometimes they might do some good florals. One never knows. $360 for this chair situation. I thought it was so cool. The armrests were like all wavy, and so was the back end to it. Very, very nice. That plant stand, I love it, but for $120 for it to just be a plant stand is not okay. This chair, I really like too. It's Studio Mcgee as well, $360 as well. And there's that throw pillow that I really liked. It looks really nice on here. Look at that. Perfect. Very cute. And then again, here comes another plant. Now, I love the basket that it's in. $150. So good. I even love that they finished it with like that mossy green situation in there. But look at these leaves. It's not horrible. It really isn't. But IJS, you know? IJS. Look at this wreath. I think this is my favorite wreath thus far from any of the spring collections that we've seen. It's so pretty. It is also $40. Here's the back end to this chair. I wanted you to see it from back here, the plants as well. And then here is the usual suspects of all of these like poofs and what are these called? It said it on there, but I myself went too quickly to even... Oh, the storage bench. There we go. And what is that? Velvet. A nice, super beautiful green velvet. So good. These are back. Like I said, I feel like they had some things in the back or just like restocking some of the same, you know, bringing back some of maybe some items that sold well for like the past couple of seasons, because those rounded baskets we've definitely seen before. These tables right here we've seen before. And then there's these little drink tables. That's what these are called. Drink tables. I like it. I'm not mad at it at all. They're super, super cute. Lots of these right now. So if you're in the market for, you know, little end tables and just little random tables, this one is $100. Now's the time. And then look at the furry baby. Very fun. Now, this umbrella is Studio Mcgee. No, it's not. It's Hearth and Hand. Do you see what I mean? You can't hold me accountable. But it's Hearth and Hand, but it was there and we didn't see it the last time I was here, so I had to show it to you. I mean, I was already right there. Why not? These little pillows are very cute. Love how nice and rich the colors are. They're $20. I will say for $20 though, they're small. They're definitely small. This one had little like gold threads going through it. I feel like you couldn't really see that on camera either. And then here's the rest of like all of the throw vibes, if you will. Throw pillow vibes. Now over here is the threshold greenery, which, you know, I feel the same way about. Again, sometimes they have some good stuff, sometimes not so much. That wreath back there is $30. That is a new item. Here's that eucalyptus plant again with the planter that matches my nail polish. This, see? You see? Love. Does this not look real? It looks super real to me. It's $25 and I love how they did it. I love that it's like in that flattened out like planter, you know, like a low profile vibe going on. So good. They have this tray in the black as well. We saw it before in, you know, the white. This is a new box wreath. Love the little lavender vibes. It's so nice. These are all $45. And the reason why I was touching it the way I was because usually these are hard. They're like dried out. And I don't know what those are made of. What is it? Velvet? I don't know. It might as well be because it was very soft. This little tray is really nice. Love the little, you know, waviness to it. I think that's really... I just realized that could be a perfect tray for my bathroom. See? Things to consider. Mental note. This tray is also new. Both of these tags were off these trays. I don't understand why. $30. I guess they easily came off, I guess. I don't know. But they were not on the trays, but they do belong to the tray. So they are $30. Now these guys right here are not new. They're not new to this, like, you know, new season for spring 2024. But here they are. I figured I'd show them to you. This guy right here has like a little like fuzziness to it. So that was interesting. Here's what they have on the florals. It's not full. Of course, this is just the beginning. And I'm sure maybe by next week they'll be fully full. $40 for this one. I love it. I love the plant. I love that they have it like on a little standing situation on stilts, if you will. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Let's keep the party going by clicking on one of these videos right here on the screen. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.